Hi guys, JD here. Welcome back to the Imaxit/WeMaxit YouTube channel. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and also subscribe. If you're a avid member of the channel, keep on doing that great work. We really and truly appreciate it. Alright, so anyways, we're going to detail the Argentinian game x Jamaica. As you know, Argentina did one comfortable over Honduras, which we are going to detail, and you have the Jamaican team just really missed out on the World Cup, but Jamaica team has high potential because on the homegrown talent side you have Leon Bailey, Shamar Nichols, Kahim Paris, and a lot more talents like even Blake and such. But you have the collective force of the English born talents like Michail Antonio, Bobby Reed, Ravel Morrison, and much more. So it gives Jamaica the fighting chance to say that maybe they can just do it, because you have a 2026 World Cup coming up and you have three of the main personnels that's in the Concacaf region will automatically qualify. So maybe Jamaica thinking that they can do so. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, because they have just hired a Icelandic coach which already had Iceland in the World Cup, Heimir Hallgrimsson. Yes, so let me know guys, yet again, if you think Jamaica can pull it off. But anyways, let me go into the detailing screen so we can look at Argentina, then look at the Jamaica squad, and then pick a best lineup, and then end with the prediction. So make sure you have your prediction also in the comment section. Alright, so we are going to start with the Honduras Argentina game. Honduras lost 3-0 to Argentina. Argentina looks very much solid. In this particular game, Honduras came out pretty much organized because they have a kind of a well-rounded squad that they try to always use to try and get the chemistry in the team. Alright, so Argentina ran out with Rowley in goal, Molina, Pazela, Lisandro Martinez, and Tagliafico at the back line. In midfield, you have DePaul, Paredes, and La Celso in midfield. Up front, you have Papa Gomez, Latoro, Martinez, and Lionel Messi finishing off that one. Alright, the double came from Lionel Messi. Countless chances they had missed, but what you look at the transition, the speed transition, they were pretty much good on the night. But obviously, you know that they're going to be testing out a few things, and I thought that in this game it was about testing out a few things, sharpening up their metals, and even get some personnels, some new looks, and what the coach really wanted. They never had the chance to put in some of their personnels that I do believe that they're going to be depending on. I do believe that they're going to be heavily depending on Di Maria, because Di Maria is a tried and proven individual. He was not called upon at that point. Heard that he had a slight knock, so hopefully he's better for the Jamaica game. Julian Alvarez, I do believe, will do a lot in the future. Angel Correa should be out there to do something in the future, so he's one you have to look out for as well. So they do have personnels that they're still trying to blood in. So maybe for the Jamaica game, it's going to be yet again a next mixture of selection just to finalize the overall package. So let me move on to the Jamaica team. This was the best Jamaican team that the JFF stated that is available. So they went for in goal Blake, Dylan Barnes, Jamali Wade, Kemar Foster. So they had 4 goalkeepers due to the fact that they had some personnel came in the first roster and then they had to scratch them off due to injuries or passport issue, which I just told you about Jamaica's connection with England. So it's kind of mixed, or you do get players inside the team. Then the defenders, now you have Adrian Mariapa, Richard King, which I'm not sure if he's going to be there because he had some document problem. And Javane Brown, Jamai Topi, Curtis Still, Gregory Lee, Amari Bell, Damian Lowe, Malik Owil. That's the defenders. And they move into midfield. You have Daniel Johnson, Bobby Reed, Ravel Morrison, Cavan Lambert, Kahim Paris to finish off the midfielders. But Kahim Paris should be listed as a winger, so you should be in the forwards selection. Alright, so you move over here in the forward selection should be Kahim Paris, Jamalo, Andre Gray, Shamar Nicholson, Leon Bailey, and Michail Antonio. Yes, so for me, the forward line is a good forward line. line based on the quality there. All right, the midfield line still lack the defensive solidity or defensive presence overall. There, they have to be heavily reliant on Kevin Lambert to do something in midfield. The defense, the centre back and defensive line. It's not the strongest because we do have on our listing, you have Moore to come in this team, and you also have Pinnock to come in this team, and you could even talk about Latibo there and others that can play for the national team. On the fullback side, you don't really have a defensive cover for Amari Bell as a left back, so the Greg Lee had a big injury, so that is a massive problem. On the right back side, you have two personnel that's not really tested, and the right back that I think will start, which is Javian Brown, has not gotten the best game in a Jamaican shirt. All right, so that gives me a problem with the defensive side. All right, yes, but anyways, we have to still move on to do the actual squad starting 11. Hopefully you can drop your starting 11 as well there for me. In goal, hands down, Andre Blake will be getting the start. Out of all the goalkeepers, he still has deficiencies, but most of his talents, you can say, supersede most of the other goalkeepers. So that's why his shot stopping ability and position inside the goal do exceed everyone else. So that's why I do believe that he would have actually gotten it. And at the same time, I don't believe this team will rely on kicking out the ball to a certain extent too much in this game, because I think the pressure from Argentina will cave them back a lot more. So that's why I'm saying that Andre Blake would be best suited for that. The centre backs, them, I do think they do pick themselves. Damian Lowe would be the individual that I would add in it, and new boy Tilt. The reason why I would go for Tilt, I do believe that you want a little bit more energy in the team rather than using Mariappa in this one, because I think they're going to work the Jamaican backline. So that's why I would go with Curtis Tilt and Damian Lowe. Damian Lowe brings athleticism and also the youth and on his side. So that's why I would go with both of these guys, and both of them can advance the team at the same time. On the fullback side, you have Mariappa, which is a centre back, but he can also deploy himself at right back, and he could have a good shout to be a right back there due to the fact that they are going to not be going forward so much and heavily reliant on defending. But because of his age at this point, and maybe the speed kind of diminished at points, I would say, all right, then we will have to take Javian Brown. Javian Brown is not in the system, so what we have to do at this point, we have to just put in a Brown and then select one that comes from Jamaica for this point. All right, so we'll go with Brown. No, we can't take that one. Sorry about that, guys. We have to take something else. Our next Brown, Brian Brown, he comes from Jamaica, so he will be in it. And then over this side, it's a no-brainer. It has to be Amari Bell, because he is, on any given day, I think he might just be the best left back in my estimation. Others would say Greg Lee at this point. Even some will still say Taxi Lawrence. But I would say Amari Bell. He offers a lot, and he's a good mover of the ball. And I think you might just need a player like that to do counter-attacks. Here in the defensive side, as I've said, I will just put this one in, Kevin Lambert, because he will be needed 100% in this team, because he's the only one of defensive cover that you have inside midfield. So he had to be that one that I have to go for. And over this side, you had two choices. You had Ravel Morrison and DJ, which is Daniel Johnson. But I do believe that Daniel Johnson's deeper line role, sometimes it's a little bit too risky. So I would say I would go with Ravel Morrison, not because he's way less risky, but I think he controls the tempo of the game, and less risky, but not way less. But I would have to go for the lesser of the personnel, the lesser of the error. So that's why I put in Ravel Morrison there. And up front here, it had to come. It came down between Bobby Reed and also DJ. But based on my estimation, I would want personnels with high energy and still have defensive capabilities. So that's why I went for Bobby Reed as my individual to put in. And based on his form in the Premier League, I want to say he should be the man there, in my opinion. Over the right-hand side, I would go with Leon Bailey, because Leon Bailey should be in the team because you need an outlet. Because if personnel did watch that match against Manchester City, your Aston Villa against Manchester City, that's the exact role that they gave him. Maybe not the same formation, but the exact role to try and break out of the congestive press from Argentina. All right, so that's the reason for him. And then I would actually go for Jamal Lowe because I want speed at all point. All right, so Jamal Lowe is very fast and also strong. And then up front you had it's a no-brainer. Antonio would be the one to link both of these individuals to try and get out. So Antonio would occupy the defense line. Obviously, you saw him against Van Dijk, you saw him against Diaz, all of those top level centre-backs, and he seems to bully every single one. So you want to make sure he has a good chance of bullying some people in this game and try to draw Jamal Lowe, Leon Bailey closer to the goal. Bobby Reed can apply defensive pressure and still has the energy to come forward. And Ravel Morrison can be composed and make a pass. Lambert can be there to try and map up and make some defensive covers. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, but this is the best you can get out of the squad. So what you can do for me, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Who you would change and what your prediction would be. I think even with this, it offers some more trouble than the Honduras team, but I still believe that our Argentina team that will be coming up with fire in their belly to prove to get their fine-tune themselves to the World Cup, because they truly are one of the favorites to the World Cup. I still believe this Jamaica team coming with the new coach might be a little bit too weak for them in the end. But I still believe you have areas like Leon Bailey, Antonio can always cause them some problem and actually help others to play as good as possible. So I would go with a 3-1 win for Argentina in this one. I do believe that Jamaica has the power to get a goal or get some chances, and because of the size and strength of Michail Antonio, Leon Bailey might get exposed, or Bobby Reed or Jamal Lowe, and get something on target. And you even have Andre Gray to call on, which has physical size, and he's a big game player just the same. Let me know your guys thoughts in the comment section. Make sure to smash the like button and definitely subscribe. Peace out. See you in the next one.